Hi everyone, welcome back to Clues by Sam. We have an evil puzzle today. If you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily logic puzzle game that changes in difficulty along the week. So normally on Mondays we have easy ones and it grows harder along the week. So this is very exciting for a Sunday. Oh, happy Easter. Sorry about that. I don't really celebrate it, so I tend to forget. But if you do, I hope you have a Merry Easter. And if you want to play Clues by Sam with me, there's a link in the description to take you to 2 days. And I'm going to explain my logic as I play so that maybe I can help you if you get stuck. Hopefully, I don't get stuck. This is an evil one after all, but in the game, there are 20 people, and each of them must either be a criminal or an innocent, and we gotta figure what they are using the clues that they themselves might give you. So let's start right now and see how this goes. We start with Rob telling us that Xena is one of 3 innocents in row 5. So Xena is an innocent and there's 2 more in that row. Xena says that only one of the 2 criminals above Vance is Chase's neighbor. So above Vance, who is right beside Xena, there's 2 criminals, 4 people, half criminals, half innocents. And only one of those is Chase's neighbor. So Chase has 2 people who are above Vance that are neighboring him. One of them is Betty, the other one is Gunny, and Gunny has, not Gunny, but one of them has to be a criminal. And the other person that doesn't neighbor Chase has to be the second criminal above Vance, right? So that's Logan. Now Logan says there are exactly 3 innocents in column B. So innocents we're talking about. We know about Rob, he's one of the innocents, and we're gonna have a second innocent who's either Betty or Gunny. That means that the third innocent has to be Vance, the only person left in that column. Innocent. And now Vance says, oh, we know that Uma and Zara are opposites as well because there's a third and last innocent in row 5 too. Vance says that Ethan is one of 2 criminals in the corner, so Ethan is a criminal. The second criminal in a corner is either going to be Zara or Uma, so that's 2, which means we have no more criminals in the corners and we have 1 corner left, and in it there's Anna. So Anna is not a criminal. And we don't need Vance's clue anymore. Now Anna says that Betty has exactly 3 innocent neighbors. Okay, we don't know how to act on that yet. Ethan says that only one of the 9 criminals on the edges is in column C. So there's 2 people on the edges in column C. One of them is Xena, and she's clearly another criminal, which means that the other person has to be one. That's Chase. And there's 9 criminals on the edges total. Chase now says there's an odd number of innocents in column C. How does that help me? We know that Betty has 3 innocent neighbors, right? So she needs 2 more because she has Anna as an innocent neighbor. What else do I know? We know that there's 9 criminals on the edges. So 1, 2, 3. We know about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's 1 more person that needs to be an innocent on the edge. How do I figure that out? And what about the odd number of innocents in column C? Because what does that say about Isaac? We know that Betty has 3 innocent neighbors, so there's 2 more that she should have. But I don't think that's it. 2 criminals above Vance doesn't help us anymore. 3 innocents in column B. Rob. Xena is one of 3 innocents in row 5. And an odd number of innocents in column C. Because column C is not on the edge. 3 criminals in the corner. Oh, 2 criminals in the corner. Yeah. I was thinking about how 3 wasn't possible. So 2 criminals in the corner. Okay. Let's think about this then. If Isaac is a criminal, Betty only has one more criminal neighbor, right? If that's Isaac, that'll make both Gani and Flora innocents, and Betty herself a criminal because of Gani. Now, we still need an odd number of innocents in column C. So that's either Noah and Sam, excuse me, either Noah and Sam both are criminals or both of them are innocents in this scenario. So it doesn't really matter for now. But is it possible for there to be 9 criminals on the edges in this scenario? Of course it is, because Betty is a criminal. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 9. I guess what we're proving here is that everybody else is not Flora or Betty is a criminal. Because if Betty is an innocent, that'll make Gunny a criminal. Because they're opposites, and that will make both Flora and Isaac innocents. And now there's no way to be 9 criminals on the edges, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3 with these 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so Betty couldn't be an innocent, actually. She has to be a criminal, which makes Kenny an innocent. And now we know that Flora and Isaac are opposites, because there is one innocent and one criminal here neighboring Betty. Gunny says that Sam is one of Tina's 3 criminal neighbors. Sam, criminal. So Tina has 2 more criminal neighbors here. What do I know now? If we make Sarah an innocent. Oh. Sam being a criminal makes either both Isaac and Noah innocents or both of them criminals. To keep column C with an odd number of innocents. So they are the same. I wish we could use some tags to make people who are the same. Because I usually use the tags to symbolize opposites. I wish you could use some type of tag to symbolize people who are the same. But it doesn't really matter. Let's keep going. We're gonna do it anyway. That will make Flora an innocent, so that works for us. Sarah being an innocent works. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because let's look at this. If Sarah is an innocent, then because of Tina, that forces Noah and Olaf both to be criminals. And because of Noah, like I explained, Isaac would have to be a criminal as well, so that column C has an odd number of innocents. And Isaac being a criminal makes Flora an innocent because Betty has only one more criminal neighbor. And now we have 2. That works. I'm going crazy. Flora and Zara could be innocents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 criminals are on the edges. So this does work. Does maybe Sarah being a criminal and Olaf being a criminal? I guess we gotta try to make Olaf an innocent, right? Because if Olaf is an innocent, then both Zara and Noah are criminals, and then we know that Isaac is a criminal. But that will work as well. Same scenario as before. And if both of these guys were criminals, that might not work. If both Olaf and Zara are criminals, then Noah is an innocent, which forces Isaac to be an innocent, which forces Flora to be an innocent. To be a criminal, sorry. Now how many criminals we have on the edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have even more than we need. So that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Looking at the wrong thing because I'm too excited. What do I need then? Is it about column C having an odd number of instances? We don't need Ethan's school anymore. Oh, I guess we do because it reminds us of the 9 criminals on the edges, but it's not really... It's not really possible for Tina to be a criminal, or is it to be an innocent? Sorry. Like, let me try to make Tina an innocent, for example. And then we make both Olaf and Zara criminals. Even so, if Zara is a criminal, that makes Uma an innocent. And now, how does that work for us? Oh, Noah is an innocent because of Olaf and Zara. And Noah being an innocent makes Isaac an innocent, which makes Flora a criminal. How many criminals do we have on the edges now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that works. Can we maybe try and do... Because if I make... I don't think this is it. But I think I have to look at these guys. This sort of snake path we have here. And Olaf. Sarah being an innocent and these guys being criminals. That doesn't really matter. I've tested this before. I guess what can't happen maybe is because let's look at this through another angle just so it makes a little bit more sense. There's 9 people who are criminals on the edges, right? And there's 14 people total on the edges. So 14 minus 9, we know that there's 5 people who are innocents on the edges. And we know about 4 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 with either Uma or Zara. And we know that if one of the... So there's one more... There's exclusively one more person who is an innocent on the edge. And we know that if that person is either Olaf or Zara, let's say that's Olaf, then Noah will make Flora be an innocent. Am I miscounting something? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I miscounting this? Is the thing that Olaf couldn't be an innocent? And I miscounted before? And me looking through a different point of view made a whole difference that I needed it to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm impressed at myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there's no way of there being 9 people who are criminals on the edges. So Olaf couldn't be an innocent. Very impressive. Congratulations, me. Oh, Noah and Zara are now opposites, and we need to use the lower text to show that. Olaf says there are more criminals in row 2 than row 5, and we know how many criminals are there in row 5. There is only 1, so there has to be at least 2 in row 2, and there is 1 so far, but there needs to be a second one who could only be Jane, the last person in that row, so Jane is a criminal then. And now Jane says that an odd number of incidents above Uma neighbor Logan. So there's 3 people that neighbor Logan above Uma. And we couldn't have all 3 of them be incense, that's for sure. Could we have K be an incense? Because if K is an incense, that makes Flora and Paula both criminals because we need an odd number and we can't have 3, which is the one other possibility besides 1. Flora being a criminal makes Isaac an innocent, which makes Noah an innocent, which makes Sierra a criminal. And now we have more innocents on the edges than we should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, we don't. So this works. Can we make Flora an innocent? Does that work then? Flora being an innocent makes Isaac a criminal, which makes Noah a criminal. And oh, I forgot about Tina. Did I? Did I forget about Tina? 1, 2. Let's count the instances because that's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Tina is always here. Huh? What? What am I doing wrong? My excitement is betraying me. I guess we know. Let's again look through the other lens. I'm looking at the lens of trying to find scenarios, and I gotta do some math. That's just what I gotta do. We know there's gonna be 1 instant here, right? And how many instances do we have left on the edges? We have Anna, that's 1. Vincent, Zena, that's 3. The 4th one is either gonna be Uma or Zara, and the 5th and last 1 instant on the edge is gonna be above Uma. So nobody here on this edge above Zara could be an instant, and that's Tina. Tina has to be a criminal then. That's where you had to look at. Tina now says there's an equal number of instants in columns A and C. Instants. We know how many instants are in column C, or do we not? We know that there's 1 instant here and 2 criminals in column A. So that's 2 instants. In order for there to be more than 1 instant in column C, there has to be 3 instances in column C, right? Because Zena is one of the instances, and if a second person is an instant in column C, then a third person is gonna be an instant in column C, so we can have an odd number. Since we know that there's at least 2 instants in column A, because we know for sure there's 1 instant above Uma, and that along with Anna makes 2, then we know that there's 3 instances in column C. So Isaac is an instant, which makes Noah an instant, which makes Zara a criminal, which makes Uma an instant, and Isaac being an instant makes Flora a criminal, and that makes Paula and Kay opposites. Now, who's giving us a new clue? Flora, 2 of the 3 guards have 3 instant neighbors. Well, Anna doesn't have 3 instant neighbors. Anna is a guard and she has only 1 instant neighbor. So Kay needs a 3rd instant neighbor, and that could only be Paula. Paula already has 3 instant neighbors, so she couldn't have any more, but Paula being an instant makes Kay a criminal and solves both people that need to be solved. So Kay is a criminal, and we are done the puzzle. That was really good. I like the way that I took a different path and caught myself going sort of a spiral of trying different scenarios. So like I said, sometimes you just gotta do some math. And I hope you found this entertaining and enjoyable. Let me know how it went for you, if it was really evil, and what do you think of my logic. Did you get to that conclusion yourself too, as well? I learned a lot from my followers and the comments that people leave, telling me about the different logic that they applied as well. So it's really nice hearing from you if you want to leave a comment. And I'll be back again tomorrow with more Clues by Sam. And later today, in a couple minutes, I'm gonna be live streaming the continuation of Edna and Harvey's New Eyes, the second game on the series that we are playing, which is a point and click. And last night we ended up stuck in a puzzle, which hopefully we're gonna solve today. So if you wanna join, you are welcome to. I'll see you there. Or otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.